All right, guys, in this video, we're going to go over the third video of the OfferLab series leading up to the actual launch on September 3rd. Really excited to dive into this one. If you haven't already, make sure you use the link down in the description. It's going to take you to this page. You can get all my bonuses when you sign up to OfferLab 100% for free. You don't have to pay for any of it. It'll take you to this page. All you have to do is click on this button. That's going to walk you through how to get signed up with OfferLab. And once you do, I'll send over all those bonuses to you. That being said, let's dive in and watch video number 3. I will actually in the description, if you want to go straight to the sign up page, you'll still get all the bonuses, but if you want to go directly to the sign up page, I'll add this link down below as well. And as soon as you, they just changed this, as soon as you sign up right here, you will have access, well, you will get my bonuses. I have to manually wait till they show up my dashboard. Then I've been sending them to people before they even email me. So as long as you sign up through this link down the description, you should get all of your bonuses. And then you can make your OfferLab account later. All right, let's dive in and check out video number 3. So we obviously have separate videos where I've already done video number 1, video number 2. Make sure to go check out those reactions if you'd like. I probably will leave those in the description as well. This one says, bad news, I wasn't able to film video 3. This is what happened instead. I have heard Russell talk about this and say this actually became super emotional for him. That the script that they had, they actually ended up going a completely different direction. So I've been really excited to watch this one. Make sure you sign up, or you're also clearing your calendar for that launch event on September 3rd. It's going to be so good. There are 2 different sessions if you're an affiliate or if you're an offer creator. Since I am both, I will probably either do one long reaction back to back. Let's see, what's the time on that? Whew. That is probably 4 hours worth. I might do one reaction, or I might just split them up into 2 separate videos. We'll see what happens. I was originally hoping to go live, but I'm going to have some family in town, and I don't think that's plausible. So to be safe, I'm going to film it separately. All right, let's dive in and see what it's like.
Russell Brunson, a completely improvised sales video. Take 1.
Good morning.
You know, I couldn't fall asleep last night, so...
Same.
Same?
Same.
Yeah, maybe we should have hung out. Tried to be quiet, I tried to turn the TV on, and I tried to watch Friends and Office and more Friends. It's like, what's wrong with my brain? We flew to Atlanta to hang out with Todd. We have like a whole bunch of really big...
That's how you know Russell's a bro. The fact that his 2 shows that he was watching was The Office and Friends. That's how you know.
Decisions to make. Almost 3 years ago, last time I was here with Dave, we spent a week at Todd's Lake House. We made a big decision to build ClickFunnels 2.0. And this is like one of those trips. Like, what's the plan? Where are we going? What's the future? Because there's so many different directions we can go. Do we double down? Do we not? Do we change the model? And I feel like really important decisions we made.
What's up, guys? Welcome to video number 3. Typically in a product launch like this, all the videos are scripted out, trying to do very important things. And we had a script for this video, and now that we're here, the script didn't feel right. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys.
Not gonna lie, I still do want to see what the script was, just out of curiosity, but building a little bit of anticipation because I think this is going to be really good.
About, honestly, why? Why did we create OfferLab? Why is this here? Why is this actually important? And I want to tell you guys a story that's probably a little vulnerable, probably stuff I don't typically like talk about externally, but will help you guys understand why I'm so passionate about this and why we're putting so much time and energy and effort into OfferLab. The idea originally for OfferLab started about a year ago. I'd flown out to Atlanta, where my business partner Todd Dickerson lives, and we were there trying to figure out like what's next for ClickFunnels. 10 years ago, we launched the platform. And it's interesting, like when you look back 10 years ago, most of you guys weren't there. You showed up at different times. Maybe you're brand new, maybe you came 3 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, you came at different times, but like, it was different. Like I go back in time actually to when I got started. Like literally, I got started, if you know my story, back when I was in college. I had just met my wife. I was trying to figure out how to support her, how to pay the bills, and I started learning how to sell stuff on the internet. It was the most exciting thing. I remember.
If that's not the biggest vibe ever, it's like OG shooting your first videos. Golly,
every day
that's
waking
wild.
up, and it was just like I was treasure hunting. I was going out there trying to figure out what do I sell and how do I sell it.
And so what I did is instead of trying to have a product and trying to force it upon people, I went out there and I found out exactly what people were searching for. And if there were a lot of people searching for it, I would create a product and sell it to them.
That makes a lot
I was learning about offers and about autoresponders and emails and how to drive traffic, and like it was every day was like Christmas, right? And I was learning, and for me it was like probably the biggest phase of growth in my life up to that point. And over time, as I learned more and more, it got harder to find new things and harder to discover more. And like I got to a spot when I was probably 27, 28 years old where I was just like stuck again. I was just like, I was having success, I was making some money, but like I just felt stuck, right? I was not in momentum, I didn't know what to do. And about that time is when the ClickFunnels story started, right? So when I met Todd Dickerson and Dylan Jones, and we started building this platform,
Let me know down in the comments when you actually kind of came into the marketing world, when you heard about ClickFunnels. I really got started in 2019. So a lot of what I heard about ClickFunnels was how great it had been. I think it was kind of in the era where like people were getting frustrated with parts of it, particularly support. It was still used. I mean, I still use ClickFunnels. I still like ClickFunnels, but I feel like I was coming in very end of 2019. I think my actual business was registered in 2020 technically. So it was cool hearing a lot about it, but I wasn't a part of like the initial launches and stuff, and got to see like the initial momentum of it being built out, which is part of why I'm so excited about OfferLab. It's going to be fun watching how this thing actually grows from scratch.
Funnels. With ClickFunnels launching, then I wrote my book, .com Secrets, and then we started teaching people and doing seminars and events. We started Funnel Hacking Live, where I started sharing all these ideas with people, and I saw it in their eyes the first time they got it. And they lit up, and it was just like so exciting. And that
It's wild to see how much impact Russell's actually had on this industry as a whole, because funnel hacking is such a common term right now. And like to realize that he's the one that really began that. He also began the idea of funnels in general. But now how commonplace the idea of funnel hacking. I mean, everybody was talking about funnel hacking, obviously all the time, but specifically following Alex Hormozy's recent launch. And everyone's trying to like break down his funnel. And if you were watching some of the parts of the event, they were talking about like, you're not going to be able to funnel hack this because you just can't see everything that happens behind the scenes. But anyways, a lot of people talking about it with how big of a launch that was. So to think back where a lot of that began with Russell, with ClickFunnels, is pretty wild to think about.
That was our business, that was my life for the last decade, right? ClickFunnels was software that allowed people to move quicker, software that allowed people to have success. And then the training, the education was where we gave people the ahas and gave them the ability to actually take these things they were learning and doing. And with the software, it created so many success stories.
Wow, fun-wise.
I still remember the very first time we launched the 2 Comma Club Award, the very first event, 79 people got it. And the next event it was like 230, and then 500, and like we started seeing people have success, and it was just, like it was the greatest. We built this community. We all had a name. We called ourselves funnel hackers. Like we were a movement. We were a people. You saw people all around the world becoming this thing. I get people messaging me, sending me pictures from everywhere in the world. Like I was in Bali and I saw someone driving on a motorcycle with a funnel hacker shirt. I was over here working out in a gym in some other place, and people I knew were all sending me pictures. And like we created this global movement of people, and it was the most exciting thing in the world. And then over the last couple of years, it shifted, right? You know, for a long time, we were the only ones doing this. We were teaching, we were educating. But over time, more people started learning, having success, and more people started teaching, which was great. I was like, this is so fun. Like, it's not just me talking about it. There's tons of other people talking about funnels, and everyone's bringing their own ideas and their own innovations, and things are getting more and more exciting. My favorite things at Funnel Hacking Live is to find people, and we bring them to speak. Someone who like came into our world, they would read a book, they learn a principle, then they would take it, and they would take that one little piece, and they would go super deep. And they build a whole coaching program and movement around their version of my stuff, or a version of like what they were doing inside ClickFunnels. It was like, it was the best. It made me so happy. But then over time, again, with the success we were having, people saw that and they started copying us. They started, software started popping up that's very similar to ours. People started competing against us. And
I need to go look this up. It's funny. I think he called that out in video 1 too. He like subtly called out Go High Level and then kind of directly called them out. I thought I really wasn't paying attention to this over the last few years, but I thought I heard recently that they actually did go in and try to sue them. I don't know if that lawsuit is finished, if it's still ongoing, or if it even happened. So check that out on your own. If anyone has information about it, drop it in the comments. I need to go back and actually do research on that, because I'm sure that had to be, obviously a competitor is a competitor, right? But the idea of funnel was so directly with ClickFunnels. I'm super curious what happened with that lawsuit.
Which is fine. That's what happens in any market, right? I love competition. I love those kind of things. But it went from like us and maybe 3 or 4 people who were doing this and talking about this to eventually, as you guys know, one of our competitors sold the white label. And instantly, overnight, we went from having 4 or 5 competitors to 100 and then 500.
I hate it so much. Oh, y'all have already heard me vent on this, but I'm going to do it again because I can't stand Go High Level for this reason. Sorry, y'all are hearing the same complaint, but I'm going to again because it's so frustrating. I am so unbelievably tired of buying a course from somebody and them giving out and them like putting all of the information in their white label version of Go High Level that none of your other stuff can be copied into it with snapshots, or you can't copy out of it with snapshots. And it's like, oh, the ClickFunnels days was just better. It still had plenty of issues for sure, but at least back then, like, everyone used share funnels, so you could always, no matter what you're doing, you could use their thing, which is really is something that OfferLab is going to do well. The ability to like pull someone's product in, pull their funnel in directly without having to recreate it from scratch or like buy their specific software for it. I absolutely hate that Go High Level did that. It sucked for the industry.
And then 1,000, and then 2,000, and 3,000. And suddenly there were so many people all with similar platforms to what we have.
Also, I've never ever had to go. I currently use Go High Level. And 2 white label Go High Level versions that I just had to buy for different reasons. I've never once had a good experience with the product. I do not like it.
Okay.
I use it.
For me, what was
but I don't
hard was
like
not
it.
so much that. Like, I love the competition. What was
ahead.
hardest for me is that so many people who we had trained, people who came on stage who got a 2 Comma Club award, with tears in their eyes, tell me how I changed their life, were the same ones who, 6 months later were on their ads, holding their 2 Comma Club award, pitching their white label version of ClickFunnels.
It's such the amount of scum in this industry is crazy. Like, how ethically trash do you have to be doing that? That's wild.
And it like broke my heart to the spot where I honestly was like, I don't even want to.
It's like, you ever see anyone like that? Like, run as far as you can from their products because they tell you exactly who they are by doing something like that. Man, that crap drives me nuts.
I don't want to serve this audience anymore because when
Yeah,
I do,
don't
they
blame
come
them.
in and then they take some information and then they leave. And it was really frustrating. So when I go to a year ago, I fly out to Atlanta to spend time with Todd and with our team and figure out like, what's next for ClickFunnels. I was in a pretty dark spot where I don't know what it is. And while we're sitting there, that was the conversation. It was just like, what do we do? Like, do we add more features? Do we try to do this? Like, what's the biggest thing? And it's like, right now it's an arms race where everyone's trying to add more features and lower costs. And it was just like, this isn't the right answer. This is what everyone's trying to do. It's just trying to make a better mousetrap. So what we teach in all of our marketing, they don't make a better mousetrap. Like, what is the new opportunity? What's something that's going to change the marketplace once again? What's something where the funnel hackers will rise up again and say, look, I want to be part of this movement, this thing. And so a year ago, so we're sitting in Atlanta talking. The whole conversations began with like how to make ClickFunnels better, faster, stronger, more features, more da da da, and then one late night, as we're sitting there, like, what if we're looking at this wrong? Right now, we're all competing against each other. Everyone's fighting. It's just like this chaos. Like the marketplace that we had built up, that everyone was together, working together, had literally become segmented. Where now everybody's competing against each other with very similar offers, very similar software, very similar everything. And it was just like, this is getting worse. This isn't fun anymore, right? And it made me, honestly, it made me kind of shell up. And a lot of people messaged me like, Russell, I haven't heard from you in a while. Like, what's happening? Like, are you still with ClickFunnels?
It was wild to see. I mean, you did not hear from Russell for a long time. I feel like I hardly heard his name for 5 years, which is crazy. Like, obviously, I wasn't deep in the world where I was going to all the events or anything like that. But, I mean, you did hear from Russell all the time.
Are you still part? Like, what's even happening? And that night in Atlanta, as Todd and I were talking and brainstorming, we had an idea. And at first it started like, this could be a really cool feature inside of ClickFunnels. But as we kept talking about developing, like, if it's inside of ClickFunnels, it's just a feature, everyone else will clone it, and then it's just another thing. I was like, if we want to create something special, it's got to be something that doesn't further divide everybody. But what's something we could create that would bring everyone back together? That was the thought. And then we sat down and we started mapping out what would that look like.
Like, I can go build a funnel, I don't have a single product. I can be like, oh, cool, he's got a cool book, and then you got a cool upsell, and you got a cool upsell, and I can build an entire funnel without having products at all. I drive traffic to it, I collect the money, then everyone gets paid their things. It's like affiliate marketing times a million.
What if we had a centralized spot that everybody in the marketplace, everyone who had ever bought Funnel Hacker in the past, could all come back into this market?
It's funny, as he was just explaining it there, you saw that the light bulb didn't really come on for anyone in the room in that moment, at least, right? Like obviously it did sooner or later, or it already had, and they were in a different headspace or whatever. It's been funny if you've watched my reaction videos through these, the amount of light bulbs that have come on through it. It's like, oh, this is actually a pain point for me that I didn't recognize, but it's 100% true. And like OfferLab does fix it. So I feel like even through my reactions of watching these videos, it's gone from like, oh, this is something that I might use a little bit. And I saw the best use case for me actually being in my coaching with students, because especially as you go out into different industries now, like, okay, the ability, there's less offers in some of the industries that they might go into. And I could see how this could be really helpful, but it's like, I don't know. We'll see what it becomes. Give it 6 months, a year, whatever. But the amount of like light bulb moments I've had going through this, I'm getting more and more excited for it to officially launch.
Marketplace, and we can all put our offers. I don't care if you sell on Go High Level or on Shopify or on Patreon or wherever you're selling your stuff. It doesn't even matter, right? But everybody could come together and everyone plugs their offers in. And it wasn't something that was divisive where now we're trying to pull people from our software to yours or whatever. Like, everyone still uses whatever platform they want. It doesn't even matter to me anymore. I was like, what if we did that? We put it together a spot, and instead of having we're all competing against each other, where we can all start working together. I don't know about your business, but my business has changed in the last 12 months, 2 years, 3 years. Like when we launched ClickFunnels initially, it's back when Mark Zuckerberg was a good guy, right? When he was fun to work with. Like you spend $100 in ads and you make $500. And it's like, this is insane. And everyone's having success, right? It was so fun, it was so easy. But as tech do, they...
By the way, I've mentioned this previously, but what I'm looking for the most is exactly what he just talked about, is the ability to create self-liquidating funnels with OfferLab. That's my biggest use case still, is going to be like watching people who are finding really strategic funnels that are still within my industry, that they are getting leads and the ads are breaking even. That's what I highly suggest looking out for. If you're similar to me, obviously it can be very different depending on who you are and what your business is, but trying to find an offer set that is able to break even with ads.
Start understanding their value, they start increasing things, they start putting tracking pixels so they can help you find better audiences, but also so they know exactly what you're spending, exactly what you're making. And then from that, they can reverse engineer and figure out how to charge you just enough, you got enough money to keep on going, but nothing more, right? And for me, and for most of the people I know, our margins shrunk, and they shrunk, and they shrunk. And because we're in these different silos, everyone's all over the place, like we're all suffering together, right? But no one's talking about it, right? You can admit it, I'm admitting it, it's hard. Our margins went from 50% to 40% to 30% to 20% to 10%, and now we're negative up front. Like our $10,000 offers now to front end just to cover the ad costs and we have to create something new just to make money. Like it's insane. Because Mark Zuckerberg, because Facebook, because Google, like all the ad costs have gone up so high. And so what normally happens?
And as Alex Hormozy always says, they are the cheapest they will ever be because they're only going one direction. They will get more and more expensive.
For a lot of you guys, a lot of my friends, a lot of people I love and care about, their businesses have completely collapsed, right? They're no longer successful anymore, right? They have their audience and they're doing little things. They had to fire their employees, their teams, their staff, everything shrunk, right? Because the ad costs have gotten so high. But because we're all in these silos, we're all competing against each other, no one talks about it. And what happens now, right? The whole mission we started 10 years ago, right, was to free entrepreneurs so they could change the lives of the customers they've been called to serve. Now entrepreneurs are in bondage again. They can't get free, right? They're tied to ad costs. Technical stuff we figured out, but the ads, they're stuck, right? They're alone. We used to always say entrepreneurship is the loneliest job in the world, right?
How good has the storytelling been through these 3 videos? It's almost a lost art, where it's one thing where you have someone create a story through a VSL or a story through a webinar, but he has actually told a story through the promotion of OfferLab, maybe in a way I haven't seen in another promo. It's been really special to watch how he's done it.
When we built the Funnel Hacker ClickFunnels movement,
And
right?
one that resonates because you can tell a story and it not actually like pull at heartstrings or actually touch pain points in a subtle and unique way. But these have been really good.
Change. We brought everybody together into a spot and no longer was it lonely, right? People were doing hackathons all over the country, all over the world. These things were happening. People were talking about it. It was like the most exciting time ever. Like it was no longer weird to be an entrepreneur. It was no longer solo. Like you had the chance to be around other people who think like you, who believe like you, who dream like you. And now it's different. Because I'm like, well, I can't talk to them because they're competing. We have the same thing, like their offers, mine, like my customers, and everyone's like hoarding their customers. It's like, why are we doing that? And it's lonely again. And I felt lonely. So Todd and I are sitting there a year ago. It's like, how do we create something that would actually bring people together? We create a platform that everybody could bring their offers into. And that way, we can still sell stuff on our own, right? You can still sell in whatever, I can sell in ClickFunnels, you can sell in whatever you want to sell in, right? But at the same time, we can take those offers, plug
I love how he's specifically not saying go high level.
them into one spot where now we can start working together. And so we started thinking about, okay, that's the concept. How does it work technically? Is it possible? Is it not? And we started working on the tech and the development. And at first, it was not possible. The concepts are there, but like we can't, the technical limitations, it's impossible to actually execute on what we're trying to do. Because the question was like, how do we create a funnel where I put my product in the front end, I take someone else's product as upsell 1, someone else's product upsell 2, where it can all be in one streamlined funnel and the money gets split instantly so that you're not waiting for people to pay you and all the other chaos that comes with traditional affiliate marketing. We're trying to figure out how to do that. Eventually we had a chance to actually
Instantly getting paid is wild. I mean, I had to run numbers today. I'm running ads to something. And I was having, and they were running really well. They're getting more and more dialed in. And I have to like run through ChatGPT and be like, okay, map out a scenario of how much my credit card expense is going to be on this time horizon when I'm always getting paid 30 days after I make the money. So the ability for an affiliate to get paid out at the same, like both the creator and the affiliate get paid out at the same time is a game changer for ads.
actually message our reps at Stripe. And we've been lucky because we've got such a good relationship with Stripe. The ClickFunnels platform has processed over $12 billion in Stripe sales. So we call them and say, this is what we're trying to do. And they're like, that's not possible.
Then why did, I mentioned this in another video too, but I had Stripe hit me with some issue as soon as I connected my OfferLab account to Stripe, and it was resolved fairly quickly. But it is wild that they did that after Stripe uniquely creating this opportunity for them.
Possible. Like, I know it's not possible, but is there some way to make this work? And we went back and forth with them. And luckily, they put tons of time and energy and money into creating the platform so we could do this.
Wow.
And because of that, we're the only ones that can do this, right? We're the only ones that actually have the technical capabilities to do this today. And that's what's so powerful and why it's so important. So what that means for you is that you can come and you don't have to always rely on all these other things. You can leave your silo and come back together as a community once again, where we can work with each other, we can serve each other, we can all grow together. That's the story behind OfferLab. That's why we created it.
I'd love to hear in the comment section down below, what are your 5 to 10 year expectations for OfferLab? Because it really is cool to see the community that Russell built within ClickFunnels, how close people got. It was very much, it was a little culty, sure, but it was also definitely a community. Even when I came in 2019, like that was still absolutely present. Does that whole community just now become an OfferLab community? Does that draw people back into it? Or does the dynamic just look different in 2025 than it did in like a 2014? I'd be really curious to see not only the platform, but the community piece of it, what you anticipate that looks like in the short, medium, and long term.
That's why we're so excited. And so the reason why I didn't want to give you guys the video script we had written before is I want you to understand the reason, okay? A year ago, I was done. I was tired. I was tired of the industry. I was tired of the separation. I spent the last years gathering a community where we were all happy together, we were all building together, all growing together. And I felt like that community just slipped through my fingers, everything falling apart. And I looked at it and I realized it was my fault, right? I was one that was being the most divisive. I was saying, you have to go my way or no way. And because of that, people chose different directions. And some people stuck over here and some people left, and it became the worst thing. I remember seeing a post one day, literally made me cry. Someone said, still a funnel hacker, just using a different tool. And I was like so broken, but the reality is if I would have looked at it correctly, it's like, no, it doesn't matter what tool they're using. Like, we are a community. How do I create something where we can all work together? And from that is where OfferLab came. And so if you are a funnel hacker and you're using any tool, it doesn't matter. Now we can all do it here in one spot. We can plug in together and we can start working together, right? Instead of giving most of our profits to Mark Zuckerberg, we can give our profits to our friends. Like, how much of a better way is that? It's a better way to live. It's a better way to have business, more fun, and something that's more sustainable. As we were putting together OfferLab, somebody had showed me a picture of the 2 Comma Club Award, and they were very proud. They had won one through ClickFunnels. They were so proud, and I remember in there in the comments, some people were talking bad about it. And I was like, why are they talking bad about it? And I realized it's because they were building on a different platform. They didn't have the opportunity to even win one of these awards, right? Because they couldn't. So instead of like celebrating this person, celebrating the friend that they have who actually won one, they're talking trash because they don't have the ability to win one because they were using a different platform. And I was like, man, if we shifted this, like how do we shift this around? I wanted to create this where now if anybody's publishing on OfferLab, you can win a 2 Comic Book Awards. So you could be selling on any platform, it doesn't matter as long as you're going through.
Oh, that's interesting. So he's still going to use language like 2 Comic Club Award within OfferLab. It's just going to be interesting how, like, ClickFunnels is obviously just a platform, but ClickFunnels is a lot more than that, or at least a lot more is built around that. How much of that is transferred to OfferLab? I'm just very curious what that dynamic looks like.
Through OfferLab, where you're doing it through collaboration, you can also win a 2 Comic Club Award. You can also be part of this movement, okay? The funnel hacker, the identity, the community is encompassing of everybody who's using whatever platform. It doesn't matter. And OfferLab is how we actually work together. And that's why I'm so excited. What we've created is really unique. It's very special. And
if this gets big, can you imagine the amount of products that are going to be on this platform? Like, I'm just starting to think, like, I know guys who sell dozens and dozens and dozens of front-end products across so many niches. Or people who have like full funnels and have 15, 20 different full funnels of products. The OfferLab could be so big. And some of them, like, I would love to use inside of my own funnels. Like, I would love to take a product that I've probably bought over $150,000 of online courses. I'm thinking now about products that I would love to add into my funnel because of how valuable they've been for me. It'll be very interesting to see how many people really adopt this strategy as opposed to staying within a silo.
adopt it and play with it. It's going to
I guess I should have done that at the beginning. Well, we'll get full version for the rest of it.
change the way you do business. It's not only, I believe, going to make you more money. It's not only going to make it so that you don't have to spend as much money on traffic, but you're going to make some of the greatest
Sorry, I think the top of his head or the top of the video gets cut off if I do that, so I'm going to keep it like this.
relationships in the world, some of the greatest partnerships. Like when you look at that, it just changes the landscape literally overnight. It goes from all of us being in silos, all of us being together once again. And so this video is for all of you guys, as entrepreneurs, as funnel hackers, as creators, as people who are trying to change the world. I want to do it together. I don't want to be my own silo. It's not worth it. It's boring out there, right? We can all make money independently, but so much more money, so much more fun to make money together. And we could all do it here on this platform. So, what does that mean for you guys? Number one, obviously get your OfferLab account. Number two, bring your offers over. And number three, I'm doing a live training. Okay, it's probably going to be happening after this video, depending when you're watching this. But jump on that training because in there, we're going to give you guys the next steps. Here's how to take these concepts, this platform, and how to change everything. How to use it as a tool and an asset to dramatically grow your company. How to get more people actually selling your products on the platform, but also how to make it so you're getting more traffic into your offers and your products, right? How to find partnerships and collaborations and how to dramatically increase your businesses together. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series up to this point. The next step, obviously get your OfferLab account, get on the live training. We're gonna take you guys through the next step. And then after that, then it's all about going in there and having fun, okay? This is similar, I look at this like, I have friends that are stock traders and I see them, I walk into their office and they've got a wall with like 20 different monitors and they're trading stuff and they're moving things back and forth. It's like the most exciting thing in the world, right? Like that's what the OfferLab back panel is. You log in there, you see all the different offers. People are messaging you to promote your contact team and like this whole communication back and forth and back and forth. And you guys can create the most amazing partnerships, right? And you can launch these things very, very quickly. I can see you like finding influencers and helping them build a funnel and they launch it on their thing in 20, 30 minutes now and money coming in for you and for them. Like, there's so many opportunities in so many ways. I just picture all of us logging every morning to our OfferLab account, looking at stats, looking at numbers, going to the inbox, checking things out, and then making money, making deals, finding partnerships, and finding friends. That's what OfferLab's all about. Thank you guys for being part of the series. I will see you guys on the live training. And even more importantly, I'll see you inside of the actual platform. I hope you message me. I hope that you promote one of my offers. Hopefully I'll have a chance to put one of your offers inside of my funnels and we can all win and make money together. Thank you guys so much. For me and Kyle Dickerson, from the entire OfferLab team, we're grateful for you and we cannot wait to be working together with you once again.
Man, good stuff. I feel like I got so caught up into it that there's 50 seconds left. I want to hear it. Since it's just music, I'll talk a little bit in the background. I feel like I got so caught up into it, I stopped talking for a bit. Is it just names? Yeah. Man, really, really good. I'll tell you, you might have seen me kind of look over to my other monitor and start typing something in. I've never gone live before on YouTube specifically, and I was making a note that I actually think I'm going to try. No promises. I think I'm going to try to go live for these webinars. And if you want to come watch it together, I'd love to have you. Obviously, I won't be pausing, but I can find opportunities to talk in the break and engage with you guys during the break. It'd be a lot of fun. I'm not sure if the time allows. I'm Eastern, and I think we have something that night at like 5 or 6. So maybe if I do, I'll at least come on as long as I can. It'd be a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Give me your thoughts of the video down in the comments. And I really enjoy doing these reaction videos. If there's a way that I can make them a better experience for you guys, please do let me know that down in the comments as well. Feedback is more than welcomed always. Also, make sure you use that link down in the description. You can go check out all my bonuses here when you sign up for OfferLab through my link. This video at the very bottom goes more in depth over the bonuses, and every individual bonus is right there. You'll click the big red button. That's going to take you to the next page, which is going to allow you to sign up for the OfferLab platform, but I want to make sure you get all the bonuses. And I'll also add a second link that will take you directly to this page right here, so you can sign up there, and you'll also get my bonuses if you choose to do that. So excited to see you guys in the next video. Please do make sure to subscribe. There's a lot more coming, and hopefully I will see you live on September 3rd for the OfferLab event. See y'all then.